So I am doing some meal prep for my college son. I will make these up and send them back with him, and he will have meals all week. So I got this pepper mix, which I just love, at the Dollar Tree, and I divided it into 3 quart-size freezer bags. I'm going to cube this chicken up into pieces and add these sauces to each bag. It is really that simple. Then I'm going to throw them in the freezer, and whenever he wants a meal, he'll just throw one of these in the fridge the night before he wants it and put it in a frying pan, cook it up, and serve it over rice. Simple meal, healthy and delicious. I am done with my son's meal prep. He does know how to cook, but I mean, he's doing an internship. He works all day, sometimes 10 hours a day, and it's just nice to come home, throw something in a pan, and be done. So I made 5 packets. 2 general chickens, 2 sriracha teriyakis, and 1 sesame teriyaki. In 3 of them, I put 1/3 a bag of these pepper and onion frozen mix from the Dollar Tree. In this, I got clearanced. It's shredded white cabbage and carrots, and it also has scallion green onions and seasoned with salt and pepper. I put half of that in the sesame teriyaki and half in this sriracha teriyaki.
So we pump like crazy now, but so do you want to try sleeping here and rememorizing smell trap instead?
These are the sauces I used. The General Tso's simmer sauce, I put half in each of those packets. I had half a jar of the sesame teriyaki. I put that in the one bag, and then I split this sriracha teriyaki up between the other 2. And it's that simple. It took me about a half hour. I'm going to put these in the freezer again. The chicken is still frozen. I think it's easier to cut chicken when it's froze. My son can take these back to school with him, and he'll have at least a couple weeks of meals. Isn't that great? You can also do this for your family and just kind of make your life a little easier. I am doing some more meal prep. So far we're having a really busy summer, and this doesn't take long when you do a big batch like this, and just makes things easier. So this is cheese sauce. For Father's Day, I had done a charcuterie board, and we had all of this cheese left. So I put it in my 1 microwave bowl that I love from Pampered Chef, and with some milk, melted it, and added some more American cheese, and there you have it. I have 4 containers of cheese sauce to make macaroni and cheese. And what my kids could do, or I can do, is just boil up some noodles, obviously have this thawed, and just pour it over the noodles. And you have mac and cheese, homemade. Anyway, I'm going to put the lids on this and put it in the freezer And when we want to have macaroni and cheese, we will be all set, except for boiling the noodles, which isn't hard and only messes up one pot. I also think I'm going to give one of these to my son to have up at college, because he would probably like to have some macaroni and cheese too. I bought 2 packs of chicken breasts from Sam's Club. And as you can see, at least I think you can see, they were $1.82 a pound. And I'm going to make these into easy freezer meals, pretty much like the ones I made my son. And that'll just make our summer and our weeks a lot easier. We can just pull those out on busy days. Okay, right now I am getting ready to make chicken fajitas. I cut some of that chicken in somewhat thin strips, and I have some onions, yellow and green peppers. These were frozen. If I had them fresh, I would probably slice them the long way, but this is the way they were in my freezer, and they'll be just fine that way. And I'm out of fajita mix, so I'm going to use this taco seasoning I have, and that'll be just fine too. I'm going to combine these, probably about a cup of vegetables to a cup of meat, and probably half a pack of taco seasoning. So what I ended up doing is I divided those vegetables into 3 bags, and that meat I put 1 pack of the taco seasoning on and divided it into these 3 bags. Each of these bags weighs approximately 1 pound. That's the meat and the vegetables. So I think if you're just one person, you would just cook 1 bag. Or you could make them bigger if you had a larger family. Or what I'm probably going to do is cook 2 bags at once. And this I would just put in the oven and just cook it like fajitas. Put a little oil in your pan and serve it with some tortillas, you know, sour cream, salsa, cheese, whatever you like on a fajita or a taco. So there's 3 more meals I have ready. So I am now making sweet and sour chicken. I chopped up the rest of my chicken breast into cubes this time. I have a few more, and that is the last of my green peppers. So I'm going to use those. And I had some pineapple frozen in there that was just left over that we didn't eat for whatever reason, or I only use part of it in a recipe, and I just stick it in a little Tupperware and freeze it. So I'm going to use that up. And the sauce I'm going to use is, I'm going to use half of the sweet chili and half of the sweet and sour, because one is too sweet and one is a little too spicy. So I'm going to mix the 2 and kind of make my own sauce and put it in freezer bags, and we'll be good to go with a few more meals that my family likes. I am done with my sweet and sour chicken. Another easy meal. Now I happen to get those well, I got one of the sauces at Aldi, and the other one I just got at my Hy-Vee. But you can use whatever sweet and sour sauce you want, or you could even make your own sweet and sour sauce. It's not very hard to make. But I wanted to make this as easy as possible, so I just used some jarred sauce. And 3 more meals I'm going to stick in my freezer, and either my kids can take them up to their place, or we'll eat them here.